Good afternoon. I'm here with my good friend Haley. My name is Zoe Clement and I'm here to teach you the first 3 tricks in our amazing new literacy strategy series for outside the box learning. Haley has kindly volunteered herself to demonstrate some of these activities. The first 3 activities that we're going to learn are, drum roll please, Naughty Monkey, Guess Who, and letter construction.
Yay.
If you love these, you'll love all the strategies in the series. We'll get into some math ones later on, but first, let's conquer these ones. All right, when you do Naughty Monkey, you have 2 options. You can buy one of my packages that has everything in it that you need. You can find that on Etsy or on my website, zomacreative.com, which is listed below. If you want to make the kit yourself, all the instructions are in here on how to do that. It's dead easy. What you can get on Teachers for Teachers is a visual instruction, and it is literally a script, instructor, student, that teaches you what I'm going to do today, or you can just watch this video. Either way, you have a script, the materials are listed that you needed, the goals, and then at the back there's a visual instruction and the worksheets that you would need to make this lesson happen. For older students, I've also included, instead of it called Naughty Monkey, I call it Minute to Win It. And you can use the Minute to Win It sheet as well. If you purchase the package, you get the script, you get this amazing magic eraser.
I hate the feeling of that.
You do hate the feeling of that. And you get a couple extra Naughty Monkey worksheets, which you'll see what those are for. I'm just going to put them right up here. You also get these amazing magic eraser pens.
Nice and tiny.
They aren't magic eraser pens. They're washable pens though.
And they're teeny tiny.
And you also get these laminated boards. One for letter personalities, which we'll talk about, and one that has the alphabet. And I laminated it for me, actually, because as you're doing your work, I can note some things on here, so you'll see why. So that's for you. This is for me. And then you have the best part of the kit. And there's 2 options when you purchase. You can get these amazing cardboard letters, or you can get the wooden letters. You may have used the wooden letters before. Can't remember. We're going to do the cardboard letters today. They're one-sided. If you want the wooden letters, they're 2-sided, and those are really good for looking for things like letter reversals, upside down. It's a good problem-solving tool. These ones I'd say are level A, and those are level B. We're going to go to level A. I have uppercase and lowercase. Which would you like to do first?
Upper.
You like to do uppercase. Perfect. So you pass the child the tin. Move these things out of the way, everything out of the way. And you will need a timer for this activity. I do not have a timer for this activity because I'm filming on my timer for this activity. So I might have to even use this old-fashioned timer called a clock. Okay? What I'm gonna do, pass you the tin, and then when it gets to one of the second hands, you're gonna dump it. I'm gonna time Haley on how quickly she can put the alphabet into order. You can tell the students cardboard side up, because they'll choose either white side or cardboard side. You can tell them ahead of time, please have the cardboard side up, or you can just let them figure that out, and that is actually a really good diagnostic tool as well. All right, I don't have a backup timer with me, so I'm looking at my old analog clock. And I'm going to get you to begin when we get back to the 12. The anticipation is going to kill you. I'm going to cover up my alphabet too. You don't need this yet. Don't look at the alphabet. And that is a hint. The whole goal of this is to build, to strengthen your brain, so don't cheat. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and dump. still say that students will look at you for hints. Don't give them any hints. You can encourage them. You can say, keep going. That's good.
This is P.
Yeah, yeah. And talk about the things you noticed after, because what was really interesting was that Haley was looking at this letter. You can see, there we go. And it could be a P, it could be a D, and we'll actually see some of that stuff in the lowercase. I'm going back to my just watching. Nice.
JK.
JK. Perfect. And at that point, I would stop the timer and I would say, okay, that took you 3 minutes. I actually was so focused on Haley and not the clock behind me that I didn't keep track of the time. But when we watch this video, I'll be able to put her time up there. So you stop your timer and then you get out your worksheet, your first one, and there's 2 times here. And actually the new worksheets, these are old worksheets, I just realized. The new ones do say, that are in the package, make it time, write it time. So in the make it time, I'm gonna write 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Once I write that down, I'm gonna say to Haley, okay, is there anything you wanna change here?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Nope.
Nope, perfect. So then I'm going to get out my laminated sheet
That is right.
and I'm gonna circle a couple things. You are absolutely right. The order of your alphabet is ding ding, perfect. But it's a funny thing. Remember at the beginning we talked about, do you want to use the cardboard side or the white side? And what side did you end up using?
All sides.
All sides, which happens every single time I do this activity, which is why you'll see with the wooden one, there's no differentiation between them. So you corrected that. What happened to the Z when you flipped it over? Is it the same or different?
Different.
It's different. Z is one of those ones that when it's backwards, it's different. Are there any other letters here that don't look the same when you flip them over? P, yep. And? Only the white ones. Don't worry about the ones that were brown, because brown side's good. But that is interesting to note that she wanted to change that. She's starting to second guess herself. Are there any other letters here that make a difference if you flip them? That's right. C. Anything else? That's right. D looks different when you flip it. And I'd say there's one more. And we flipped Z over already. There's one more letter here that changes when you flip it over. That's right, Q. So those letters can't be mirrored. U can be mirrored both ways. It has a line of symmetry. A line of symmetry. Very mathematical. Line of symmetry, line of symmetry, line of symmetry. That means you could cut it down the middle. It won't change. But take a look at the C. It was also upside down, so I'm going to put a line underneath the C to say it was upside down. So the ones that were checked, those are the ones I'm going to notice next time you do this activity. Oh, is that something that Haley does a lot? Does she flip letters? If so, that's something that we can bring into our letter construction work. So our first activity's done. I've made a note here, and on my little teacher's notepad, I'm going to put these were the ones that were backwards, these were the ones that were flipped, these ones were upside down. Classic though, I have a lot of students who go L-N-M-O-P because I hear L-M-N-O-P. Or Q-R-S-T-U-V-W-X-Y and Z. I have a lot of kids who go W-X-Z-Y-X-Z, right? Like the ending, they lost the plot somewhere. So, interestingly, I had a 13-year-old student who knew that much of the alphabet, ABC. She was having trouble reading. As soon as we went back and did the alphabet, it helped understand that, make sense of that. So that was make it. I'm writing down your time with the pencil that we have over here. And I'm putting your name at the top of the page. Haley with 2 E's. I'm putting the date, which is September 21st. And your time was, we're going to say 3:03. Oh, your name can go by name. I'm also going to put a little note on here saying cardboard letters, because when you advance to wooden letters, that'll be good. I'm going to cover this up again. I'm going to say, please put these back in their tin. Do you have any reason or like, do you understand now why I call it Naughty Monkey?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think?
Because, like, if you get it, like, different or upside down, naughty.
Yeah, it's like, God, Naughty Monkey. And I always say Naughty Monkey comes in the room, especially if letters go missing. Sometimes kids drop them on the floor, and I'm like, ah, Naughty Monkey. So that's why for older students, I call it Minute to Win It. And then it's, can you do this under 2 minutes, 1 minute, 3 minutes? And you don't have to put them back in order. Don't worry about that. But good clue. You want to. And on the back of your sheet, I'm just going to make this note here of these.
A, B, C, D.
C, D, H, M, O, P, Q, U, V, Y, and Z. Now Z was
A, B, C,
backwards.
D, E,
P, Q, and C, and I'm underlining C, and D. Those were all the ones that kind of look weird because they're not, well, M's fine. Those ones are the ones that don't have symmetry, so they should in your brain look a certain way. Okay, let's pop all those in. You want to do it in order, don't you? That's fine. Because then we're going to go on to lowercase. Sometimes lowercase is harder, just because there are so many letters, as you'll see, that look the same. Sometimes uppercase is harder as you get older because kids use lowercase more. They stop using uppercase. Like in kindergarten and grade 1, kids are using uppercase all the time. So that muscle memory is lost, which is what I found with the older students. They don't know the uppercase alphabet. The muscle memory's been lost.
I forgot what I was at, so I'm just putting them all in there.
That's all good. All right, I will try and pay attention to the timer this time, again. I feel like I should get it off the wall if I want to, because that one, there's a timer over there, but it won't work. Okay, we're getting our old-fashioned timer. I'm putting it right here, so I don't forget.
Wait,
Perfect, there we go. Okay, here we go. Dump and build. attention to that. Get set, go!
Where's A? I can't find the A.
There's that weird A like I was mentioning. You will have to tell students with this cardboard
That's
set.
a G.
But you are right that it is a weird A. Naughty monkey!
A.
I know. This is what I'm saying. Haley has already noticed something very strange. Stop! 5 minutes and 30 seconds, I think. Good thing I know how to use an analog clock. So 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and I'm going to write here the write it time, if you have one of the old worksheets, and this is the make it. Okay, before I change anything, I want to take a look at this and see you have one white one here. That's right, yes. So for P, Q. The reason I really like the lowercase, and even if it's wooden, you're going to run into this problem where you have 4 letters that look the same. B, D, P, and Q. The Q sometimes won't, it does on the wooden one, but not on the cardboard, have that little dash that signals that it's a Q. But I like that because it challenges students to see that they're to problem solve on this. The other classic one was you swapped out the I and the L, and this J technically should have a little dot as well. Naughty monkey, it's missing. Someone dropped it on the floor once, okay? So we did that. We did the timed bet. You can put these guys back in their home. Good job, letters. Okay. And luckily there was none missing. There's always ones missing. And then I usually, if one's missing, I come in with a piece of chalk and just fill it in for them and say what should go there. So it's good to have chalk as well. You notice I work on chalkboard tables. Not everyone has chalkboard tables. You can just have a little piece of paper sticky. That's fine too. I also wrote a note here beside me, and I would write it on my note sheet for Haley. A classic thing that happens is students go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Oh. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. And what we want to start teaching students is to count on. Start at F. F, G, H, I, J, K, right? That's called counting on from something closer. And it's like when we count to 10. If we're at 5, we don't want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Counting on. Counting on with your alphabet is a really, really good strategy.
That was an eraser.
It's not itty bitty piece of chalk. Okay, I'm erasing these times. They don't even matter. A totally different part of your brain is the written part. This is still the same activity, which is why, as you can see, it can take 35 minutes. I will get to how do you do this activity with 20 people in the room? Because it's possible, and I've done it successfully and not so successfully. You'll see.
22 people in my class.
Right?
And it's really, really hard to do my work.
So when you have 22 people in the room, how do you do a naughty monkey activity? I've done it. You can do it. Next portion is letter, your written letters. This was make it, and this is writing it. I did something wrong here. I'm just going to correct myself because the first thing we did was the uppercase, correct? Yes. So I'm going to write upper on here and lower on here. My new worksheets say that, and that's why, because I kept making this mistake. So this time right here needs to actually go up here, 550 for lowercase, and because this one is the right at time, and this one is the right at time. So the first thing you're gonna do is write out the uppercase, all right? So again, I'm gonna time you. Dun, dun, dun. The time is 53, and go.
I don't remember how to do J.
It's okay. I have some students who look at me so much for reinforcement that I pretend to go and get a cup of tea, or I'm just gonna go to the washroom and be right back. If you have to do that, that's fine. All right, so that was about 2 minutes and 43 seconds. And 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Now, halfway through, Haley got sidetracked. She got stuck on her P and was trying to figure out how to do a P, so she went to lowercase after P, even though we were on uppercase. That is 100% what people do. Every single time we first do this, don't erase it, because all this is like, hey, this was the first time we did this activity. Tomorrow is a new day. We're gonna do it again. You wouldn't believe how many kids get, and that's what I'm talking about when I say, where's the muscle memory? Muscle memory not there. Have you ever played an instrument? Like, imagine playing the piano. And you become very Beethoven, you're so good at it. Your parents put you on YouTube, you become a YouTube sensation. You get so famous that you stop playing the piano. 2 years goes by, and they put you in front of the piano again. And you go, what? Something's missing, and it's the muscle memory. The memory to do that without thinking. And that's like alphabet. You should be able to do without thinking, but we don't practice that muscle enough. Until now. We're doing it again. This time we're doing lowercase. Are you ready? Begin at the strike of 12. Go. Awesome, you did that in 52 seconds. So you can write here 52 seconds. So put 0, ... 52. Okay, Haley was really, really fast. And I'm not going to spend this episode talking about the things that she did right or wrong, because really this is about how to do the activity. Do you remember what this one's called? How to do the activity, Naughty Monkey. You have completed it. I always take my students' work and pop it into a portfolio so that they can be proud of their beginning work and they can work at it over and over and over. I will show you my own tips on what to do with this in my own teacher time and how you can use it as a diagnostic tool and build onto it. For now, Haley, give yourself a round of applause. You have mastered Naughty Monkey Introductory Lesson.
I feel like I was just doing little letter things, or like that, but numbers.
Yeah?
Wait, no, letters.